All right, hello everybody. My name's Sean Fettigan. I'm an IATSE electrician down on Broadway. IATSE is International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees. You can Google that one. Most people that work backstage are part of a union, whether you're on the crew, whether you're in wardrobe, whether you're in hair and makeup, or if you're a stage manager. And even the actors are part of a Actors Equity Union. So this is my 27th year working on Broadway. I started in 1994. The first show I ever worked on was a show called My Fair Lady, starring Richard Chamberlain and Melissa Errico. And the first time you see your name in a playbill, it's a pretty special moment. So like I said, this is from January 1994, and it says assistant electrician over here somewhere that says Sean Fettigan. I grew up here in Dutchess County, and I commute down to New York City. Usually take the train or drive down there. We're lucky enough here in the Hudson Valley to be close enough where you can commute into the city. It's usually about an hour and 20 minutes on a drive or an hour and 45 minutes on the train. And the shows are at nighttime and on weekends, so you're usually going up against rush hour, going the other way. So you're doing like a reverse commute, basically. And Broadway's like a big, huge family. It's a part of my family. My father worked down there. My three brothers worked down there. And my uncle and two cousins work down there. So it's we pretty much have a little bit of a nice market of people that we know and are connected to. So in my 27-year career, I've been able to go from one show to another show and never been out of work for a long period of time. And working backstage on Broadway and in New York City, you could do live theater, you can do Saturday Night Live, you can work at Radio City Music Hall, doing the Christmas show, doing concerts. You can work at Madison Square Garden, working on Billy Joel concerts, working on conventions there. So, or you can work at the Metropolitan Opera House, building opera sets and working at nighttime, changing over the opera sets. So our union has about 3,000 members in it. A lot of the guys now are from technical colleges, whether it's SUNY Purchase College here. A few of my friends went to SUNY New Paltz. One big school is the North Carolina School of the Arts down in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. But any college has a theater program. And the best way to get involved in a theater program is to actually do it. So whether you're volunteering in your middle school or once you get into high school, it gets a little bit more technical. The rehearsals take a lot of time, and you learn on the job as you go. Also, there's a lot of summer theaters in the area, whether you're working for a Shakespeare Festival down in Putnam County, or if you're going to Sharon Playhouse or somewhere close by here, like the County Players, I guess, in Wappingers, and you can get your name in there and try to get in and learn stuff from people locally. So there's a lot of local theater projects going on all the time, and that's one of the best ways to get on-the-job experience. Very rarely do you just happen to go into New York City and get hired right away. You kind of have to get a start somewhere. And like I said, I started in grade school doing lighting for some of the shows there. I think I even did my 5th grade science fair project on the spotlight and the way the reflector works inside of a spotlight and what the different lens tubes inside of a light actually cause an effect of how it works. So that was a fun project to do. And then I did the lighting for a couple of musicals for our school, and I actually even performed in a couple of them, but we'll keep that quiet. But yeah, other than that, it's so like I said, it's a big family down there on Broadway as well. We have live orchestra for the musicals. I have worked on a few plays with no music, and sometimes they do use like a sound effect or something like that where they do need music. So it basically all starts with the director and his vision, and then how he wants to set it up for different shows. So they'll hire the lighting designer, the sound designer, and the set designer, and they all get together, and then they work out the details of what is going to fit where and what their vision is. So normally, us as a lighting crew, we'll get blueprints a few months ahead of time. We'll go to a lighting shop, which kind of looks like your BJ's or a big warehouse filled with lighting equipment. We'll go into the warehouse, mark all of the lights, put all the units that the lighting designer designed for that specific show, and then we'll fit it onto a truck, send it to New York City, and then the crew in New York, which usually a few guys that help prep the show in the warehouse, also will be at the theater there setting up. So you, once the stuff comes off of a truck, you have to fit it through a theater door, which in 1925, the doors weren't so big. So you kind of have to make sure the stuff fits in there before you send it down there. And then we hang the lights and all the set up, and it usually takes about 2 months for a big size musical. Some shows with more special effects and a big show like Spider-Man, where you have people flying all over, could take 3 or 4 months to set the show up. But then the actors come in, usually, like I said, in about 2 or 3 months' time after you first start setting everything up. And then they'll start cueing the show with lighting and with costumes. And that generally will take a month of rehearsals before you start doing it before a live audience. And even when you work on a show, and you, like I did Jersey Boys, for example, I get the shirt on right here, for 11 years, every night the show's a little bit different. You could have a substitute trombone player. You could have a substitute actor for an understudy that's on. You could have a different crew guy. So every night the show is just a little bit different, where the audience wouldn't notice much of a difference unless they've come and seen the show, 4,000 times like we have. They might notice. But other than that, it's a super fun career. Down in New York City, they have like a Broadway bowling league on Thursday nights. In the fall and winter, in the summertime, they do softball in Central Park. And you get to know other members of the different crews in all the different theaters, and also a lot of the actors that have been in shows. Most of them have been in numerous Broadway shows. So there's that. You see them at different events in New York City, so that's always fun. You'll watch TV, like right now, I think there's one show called The Good Fight in New York City. A bunch of my friends that are actors have been on that. We'll be watching Law and Order Special Victims Unit. A few Broadway actors will be featured actors in those specials as well. So it's a fun career to be in. I know she told me to 2 or 3 minutes, but I'm at like 6 minutes. So that's about it. I just, sometimes you get some neat effects and some good gear. Here I got my big F marquee light that came off of a Broadway marquee. So that's it. I hope you guys are good. If this is too long, I'll try to shorten it down. All right, talk to you guys later.